What is my number one message to the world? What a loaded question. Um, First and foremost, Jesus is the Christ, right? Christ is the King. He is the Messiah. There's nothing more important than that message. Nothing. Nothing more important than everybody understanding that is the only message that matters. Everything else comes secondary, or tertiary, whatever you want to, numerate. Jesus is the Christ. He is the chosen Messiah, and he is coming again. Everyone else is wrong. He's not a prophet. He's not just some guy who, led a rebellion against the Roman Empire and got killed for his trouble. He's not a Buddhist. He's none of these things. He is the Christ. And everything he taught is the light, is the way. So that's number one, first and foremost. But outside of that, my message, what I hope to bring to this world through the power of my own will is to teach people one lesson, is be great or be nothing. Teach them this lesson that you are so much greater than what you are settling for. So much greater than than you can even comprehend, that for you to just settle in your level of mediocrity and think that you're never going to be someone, you're never going to be able to accomplish these things, you are so painfully mistaken. You have no idea who you are. And it's my duty, I believe, that God has called me to do one thing, and that is gather the strong to protect the weak. Right? And so my mission is to help gather the strong. Those who will have that message and hear that and know deep down that is who they are, and they desire after that, then my mission is to help you not only see that, but accomplish that, to actually become, which is also my mission for myself, is to become. Because how can I lead someone if I'm not there as well? I can only lead someone if I've been there. So I'm trying to do everything in my power to pave the path, pave the way, so that others can follow, so we can all, find this ultimate lesson of who we really are and what we can accomplish. Because, like I say, when it comes down to this message of be great or be nothing, there is no other choice. There's no other choice. Mediocrity, it's nothing. You just think it's a little bit better because you're not actually poor, right? You just compare yourself at this minuscule level thinking you're winning. But you're not. You're just the rats, running the rat race that are slightly ahead. But ultimately, you're not a rat. If I could just teach you to escape some pedestal rat race and teach you who you really are, you would never think to yourself to chase that little cheese of $1 extra an hour, right? To chase that little cheese of getting that, that bump, or, just hopefully one day I can, pay off my mortgage. Is that really ultimately your goal? You can accomplish so much more than just seeking after your own benefit and desires. You could make a difference in this world. You could help someone else. You could actually change thousands, millions of lives if you understood who you are and the power you hold. And once you realize that, you'll never go back. If I can show you that, you'll hate me and you'll love me, because you'll realize you can never go back. Once you've obtained that knowledge, you'll never be able to return to your mediocre lifestyle. It is you thinking that living in ignorance is bliss, but really you're living in a clouded version of hell, because you have no idea what you're missing out on, what you have missed in your clouded vision of focusing on, chasing this little cheese like a rat. You're so much greater than that. It's so much more than just money. So much more than just you physically. It's greater than all that, although all those things have their way of guiding you towards your higher purpose. We've all been given a purpose. Not a predestined, by the way, it's different. It's not fate that's going to happen, it's through your own will and your own power will you bring it about. But God foreordained you for a purpose. And it's your will, it's your responsibility to seek after that knowledge, to exercise your will to bring that about. That is how you become great. Anything outside of that, you have chosen nothing. You have chosen darkness. In the middle ground, this lie of mediocrity in the middle ground, it is exactly that. It's a lie. It's a lie. Anything outside of a full fulfillment of who you really are and a fulfillment of your purpose and God's will for you is a waste of your life. And you'll realize that in this life, and you can get mad at me for saying it. You can get mad at me for saying, oh, you think I'm wasting my life? Yes, you are. And when you die, you'll see. And you'll wish that you listened to him. At the very least, don't listen to me, listen to him. Right? Our Father who has told us these things. you'll realize that you did waste your life. You think you had a good time partying and just doing all this stuff, just living, live, laugh, love, and that's all that matters. You missed the train, and you'll forever regret it for all eternity if you don't. So I hope to instill that in people. I hope to actually help people see that vision of who they really are, who they can become, and that is your that is not your, as your foreordination, that is your calling in life. If you fulfill that, you'll achieve the greatest amount of joy that you could ever experience. That's my mission. That's my number one purpose. Let's take it to, do you want to wake up when you're 80, or do you want to pass out of this life the day you die and wake up again? Imagine that. That I feel like is worse. You die and guess what? You wake up again. And you wake up again and realize now you are an eternal being, a spirit. There's a life after. And now what do you realize? That for the rest of eternity, this is what you chose. This is what you chose to be. Rather, with that full understanding of who you could have been, it's not just about when you're 80 looking back, it's about the day you die, the next moment when you actually wake up. When you wake up from this, because this is a dream. This life right here is just a practice, right? The next life is the real life. That life is where you'll fully understand what you missed out on. And you will live with that knowledge for the rest of your eternal days. And that is hell. That is hell, is to see who you could have become and realize you chose less, right? You sold your inheritance for a cup of pottage or porridge, right? You sold your inheritance for this cup of porridge for some measly thing, and you thought that was a good trade. Someone or somewhere you were convinced that that was a good deal for you to sell your eternal inheritance for something stupid, for something small, great, other than your purpose and who you were meant to become.